nice shades.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they...
Wow. Hey guys, it's Marissa. So in today's video, it's a special video because I finally received my giveaway package from Leslie, or Leslie Arana on YouTube. And I think she changed her channel name a little bit ago, called Lin Lin Beauty. So I will be linking her YouTube channel in the description so you can go subscribe to her and show her some love as well. I know that she's been on a little hiatus since this whole giveaway has started, but that's totally fine. I'm pretty sure that she is still planning to upload for the new year and is just taking a little break. But if you want to go show her some support on previous videos, I'm going to be linking everything in the description for her channel. I won this little giveaway from a Halloween video that she did, and I'll link that video down below too. And basically all you had to do is just comment and just show support. I always love really like just watching other small YouTubers and seeing how their channels grow and stuff. So that's why I was really super happy and surprised whenever I won this giveaway, just because I've never won anything like this before. So I'm super grateful to have been chosen for this opportunity and just to be blessed with this, because this was supposed to be coming in October, but it came around December. So basically this was like a little Christmas gift from her to me, and I just really enjoyed all of the products and trying them out and swatching them for you guys. I'm really super excited for this video, so if you're interested to see my overall thoughts on the products and stuff, you can just keep on watching. If you want to watch the swatches, that's going to be linked down in the description too. I'll have the timestamps and everything, and I'll also be doing my makeup look. But if you're just interested to see all the different products I got, then just keep on watching. So all the things that I got, besides a few like little Halloween goodies that were from a while ago, the actual makeup stuff that I got was the GlamGlow BerryGlow Probiotic Recovery Face Mask, and I've never actually tried any of these type of masks from this brand. The brand is called Hollywood, California. It looks really good though. I've heard a lot of really good things from them. I also got a Morphe Highlight and Contour Beauty Sponge, and I've never actually used the Morphe sponges before either. I've always used Real Techniques, so I definitely would like to see the consistency and how much it actually absorbs product compared to the Real Techniques ones that I've used in the past. I also got the Colourpop Meant to Be palette, and I actually really wanted to get this palette, so I'm super happy that I was able to get it. I really love the colors and everything in here. It's super pretty, and there's just some really nice shades in here that I definitely want to be trying on for today. I also got the Colourpop Papaya Face Milk, and I'm not too sure if this is like a primer. It says apply 2 to 3 drops into the palms, warm between hands, and gently press into the skin. It kind of seems like it could be used as like a primer. Maybe it's like kind of just for hydrating your skin. I'm not too sure exactly, but I'm going to try it as a face primer today. I also got the Beauty Bento Bouncy Shimmer Eyeshadow Trio, and I'm pretty sure this is called, the brand is called Kaja, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. All of these look really pretty though, and I'll be swatching everything in separate clips as well. And then I also got Trustique. I know I'm going to be pronouncing all these names wrong, but this is in Tuscan Wine, and this just looks like a very beautiful, deep color. Just for like, especially for New Year's coming up too, like this looks really pretty. And then lastly, I got the Real Her I Am Strong Definer Brow Pencil, and I'm not too sure what shade this is. If it's any brownish shade, I definitely think this will work for my hair color. But if you're interested to see all the different swatches before I get into the makeup tutorial, then just keep watching until this next clip. If not, if you want to just watch the actual makeup tutorial, then you can just click or skip to right here. So I'm first swatching for you the eyeshadow trio, which is the Sandy Peach shade, Sunkissed Tan, and Baked Cinnamon. And I also think that these would make really pretty highlighters too. Then for the Colourpop Meant to Be palette, I'm going to be swatching Play It Cool, Mint Tea, Get Fresh, D-Menth, Mojito Mami, Seltzer, Chill Factor, Freshman, and Ice Cold. And I thought that these all swatched really pretty. The matte shades, however, are a little bit on the powdery side, so I kind of had to re-swatch those a little bit more, but I think that they did apply really nicely once I did add some sort of eyeshadow base. And I also did a smear test on them, and they pretty much stayed in place. Like, it didn't really capture on the camera too well, but they really didn't come off until I put some sort of makeup remover on it. And then the actual makeup tutorial is going to be playing after these last few clips. Now, I don't really mess with new kind of like face products when it comes to skincare, so I'm going to be trying this face mask, but if it does start to feel like it's burning my skin or anything, I am going to take it off just because I do have sensitive skin. But when you open it at first, it's kind of like it looks like a yogurt, to be honest. It has the same consistency. It smells good though. It's like a very hard scent to describe. It kind of also smells like a berry yogurt, but it's like more, I don't want to say tart because it's lighter, but it's also sweet. It smells really good. It says apply an even layer to the skin, leave on for 10 minutes for best results, tissue off and smoothen any excess if desired, rinse off and pat dry. So I'm just gonna take my finger. It feels very cold. Whoa, that feels very cold. So it's more like just a face mask that you would leave on your skin. And I kind of have a little bit of makeup on right now anyways, but I'm just gonna rinse it off with the face mask. I really like how this feels. I'm not feeling any stinging. In fact, it feels very hydrating. And I really love the smell. Like, I wasn't expecting the smell. Like, the smell kind of gets stronger once you apply it. And it's this very sweet, yogurty kind of berry scent. And I don't know if you're supposed to add more of the mask to where, like, you know, it looks completely white on your face. But I'm just gonna add that thin little layer there. I really love the smell of this though. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it on for the full 10 minutes just because I'm not too sure how my skin's gonna be reacting to it. Right here it kind of stings a little bit. It's not really stinging. It's more from my dry skin from whenever I wear face masks, because I wear my face masks a lot. So, and excuse my nails, they look really bad right now, but I always feel like my chin is stinging no matter how many times I wash my face, just because all right here is super dry, so anything will aggravate it. But besides that, it doesn't feel bad anywhere else. It still has that cooling feeling to it, which I kind of like. Just like, it just makes your skin feel a lot nicer, and you can definitely tell it like gives you that glowing effect. I'm not too sure if it will still do that when I take off the mask, but I'm just gonna leave it on for a few minutes just to see how it reacts. I'm just gonna take it off and just let you guys know how my skin feels afterwards. Alright, so I left that face mask on for a few minutes. I just took it off. I didn't leave it on for the full 10 minutes just because I'm a little bit scared to try out new skincare stuff, but you know what? It really does make my skin feel soft, but not like over exaggerated to the point, if you know what I mean. Like, it just leaves a very nice softness feeling, and I feel like maybe if I were to leave it on longer, it would probably feel even more softer. And while I was taking it off, I noticed it kind of left my cheeks like a rosy-ish color. It still kind of looks a little bit more rosy than what it typically would. And I think it really just helps like the blood flow in your face. Like, it didn't feel tingly there at all or anything. And I really liked how that looked, and it kind of leaves my skin a little bit glowy too. So I actually really like this product. I don't know if I'd buy it again because it is a little bit pricey, but because I got this as a gift for the giveaway, I really do like this, and I think I am going to be using this again. So, like I said, I'm going to be using this Papaya face milk, and I'm going to try to use it as a primer. I don't know if this is supposed to be some sort of another face mask or something. I don't think so. Ooh, that smells good. It smells like kind of like a tangerine or orange. I really like it. It kind of reminds me of this one mango lotion that I got before from the Body Shop, I believe it's called, and I really love the scent of that too. It smells very similar. Yeah, it just says to apply 2 to 3 drops. I kind of just smeared it, but it says drop it into the palms or just gently press it into the skin. Wow, it really feels nice. It makes my skin feel really soft as I'm rubbing it in. It's almost like a velvety finish to it. And I could tell I did apply a little bit too much. Like, a little goes a long way for this thing. And it really helps just hydrate it. Like, I can just feel my skin feeling more moisturized. I think I definitely will use this again underneath makeup, especially whenever I'm going out because it's so cold in Michigan for the winter. I really like how this feels. And after a while when I'm patting it, it kind of has like a little bit of tackiness to it, which I really like for my makeup to have my concealer stick to. So I really like this. And it does leave a little bit more of a glow to it too. So now I'm actually gonna start doing my eyes first. If you've watched my videos before for makeup, I always start with my eyes first. So before I start even doing my eyeshadow, I'm gonna be priming it using a concealer. So I'm gonna be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fairest. And I'm just gonna be blending this using my finger. So when I open the palette, there's a lot of really pretty shades in here. There's 9 pans, and I'll be swatching that separately in the clip if you've already watched it. And what kind of stinks is when I did receive this palette, this shade right here did get a little bit smashed, but you know what, it's fine. I can take some rubbing alcohol and press that down. I just haven't had time to do it. But there's 4 shimmers and 5 mattes, which is nice, so it does give you like a little bit of half and half. So there's definitely a good variety. I really like this color here. This color and this color. I really love all of them, to be honest, but I really love these 2 shimmery shades.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would.
Wow. I spoke too soon because as I tilted the palette, that half of the pan just fell out. So I don't know if I'll be able to save that half, but I'm still able to swatch some of this. So sorry, Leslie, that happened. Maybe it was just like that whenever you sent it in the mail and you know, something happened during shipping, but I'm totally fine with it. But I just wanted to disclaim that. But I still think that all the shades look really pretty. So I think the first shade I'm going to be dipping into is the shade Get Fresh. I'm just going to be applying most of these using an Ulta round brush. And it's just like this really pretty, it's like a very pretty minty colored green, obviously. And I'm just going to be applying that to my crease and just buffing it out. The next shade I'm going to be taking is the shade Seltzer, and it's a little bit more of like a bluish color. I'm just going to be adding that on top of the Get Fresh shade that I just placed, just to kind of brighten it up a little bit more. I'm also going to flick it outwards too, just to kind of create like a wing effect. Now I do want to darken this eye look a little bit, so I'm going to be taking the shade Ice Cold and just dipping that in as well, and then just darkening the inner crease. And this actually swatches a lot more brighter than I thought it would in the pan. So I think I am going to grab a different shade. This is a really pretty like teal though. I really like this. It actually brightened up the look a little bit more. So to darken it, I actually am going to be taking Chill Factor instead, just because that other shade seemed to be a little bit too bright than what I imagined. And yeah, this is a lot better for darkening the crease. And I'm just going to be darkening mainly the outer corner of my eye and just kind of dragging it upwards as well. So I think I'm going to be using this greenish shade just because I really love it, and it's called Mintea, T-E-A. I'm going to be placing that mainly on like the outer corners, and that's like super bright. I really love how that looks. That's so pretty. I want to leave this room though for a different shimmer, and I'm going to try to use a little bit of that Play It Cool shade. I just feel like those two will blend nicely together. I'm going to be taking Mojito Mami and literally just putting some more shimmer over both those colors, just to kind of add a little bit more sparkle to it a little bit, because these are kind of sparkly too. And I'm just using whatever is left over from my brush and just kind of blending it together. So now for eyeliner, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Expert Liquid Liner in the shade Jet Black. And I'm just going to be creating a wing with this. I'm going to be applying a little bit more of that Milk Primer, just so it's a little bit more freshly put on my face, so it can mix a little bit better with the concealer that I'm about to place. And I'm going to use different concealers. I'm going to be using 2. The first one is the Instant Age Rewind Maybelline Eraser Concealer in the shade Warm Light. So I'm just going to be applying that. And then what I do sometimes for extra coverage is using that same LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fairest. I just add a little bit more on the inner parts of my under eye, also the bridge of my nose, my chin, and in between my brows as well. And instead of blending it using the Real Techniques Beauty Blender that I normally do, I'm going to be using the Morphe Highlight and Contour Sponge just to see how it absorbs. Like, it really just depends on how much it absorbs and if it really just actually blends everything out, because sometimes I've used sponges where it literally just takes in all the product and doesn't actually apply it to your face. But so far, I'm not even wetting it, and it has a very nice squishiness to it. Sometimes they're pretty stiff until you wet it, and I don't really like wetting my sponges. So I'm just going to go in with it dry just to see how it goes. And it is blending it pretty nicely. I feel like I will have to wet this one a little bit if I wanted to use it again, just because it is a little bit too stiff for my liking, but it does not absorb the product at all, really. It really just keeps it on my skin and blends it pretty nicely. I'm not using very much product anyways for this to really testify itself, but with that little bit that I just used, I'm pretty happy with it. Like, there's really not much product that it took in at all. But I'm going to be using the Beauty Bento by Kaja, I want to pronounce it. And it's an eyeshadow trio, but there's some really pretty, kind of like a nudish pink color shade in here that kind of caught my eye as a blush. And it's really cool. Like, you can definitely like just unfold one of these, and it's really cool how this is. I'm gonna use this pinkish one. It is shimmery, like a highlight, but I think I'm gonna use it as a shimmery blush, which I normally don't do, but I think this one's gonna work pretty well. And this shade is called Sunkissed Tan. So I'm going to be adding this as a blush first before I do bronzer or anything. And it actually looks pretty nice on my skin tone. I think maybe because I have a lighter skin tone you can see it, but maybe for darker skin tones this would just look good for like as an eyeshadow or possibly a highlight. That looks really pretty, like how that really just, I don't know, I really like it. Then for bronzer, I'm going to be using the Butter Bronzer in the shade 6676, and I'm just applying this using my Ulta Blush Brush. And then afterwards, I'm going to reblend everything together using that Morphe sponge just to see how well it kind of helps with like nose contouring and stuff. Before I do highlight or anything, I'm going to be doing my brows next. So I'm going to be using the Real Her I Am Strong Defining Brow Pencil, or the Definer Brow Pencil. So one end has the spoolie and the other end has the little tip here. I don't think that you can sharpen this, but this is very small. Like, I'm actually surprised at how small it is, and this is very good if you don't have very many eyebrow hairs and you want to draw on your own. Like, as you can see, you can just really notice that little difference right there just by me drawing it on. It is on the warmest side for me, but I feel like I could still make it work just by lightly filling them in. And I think this is really nice. It's really easy to control. When you press on it into your brow or onto your skin, it doesn't use a ton of product at once, which I really like because sometimes I've had some products do that. I've had no complaints with this. I've never heard of this brand, but I really like it. I'm going to be setting my face using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and then I'm going to be applying a highlight. So I think I'm going to be using that Play It Cool shade again as a highlight. And I'm just going to be using an e.l.f. blending brush for this and just lightly tapping onto it because I know it is kind of broken. And it gives like this really pretty greenish hue, but like not overwhelming. And I can definitely notice some of the shimmer already in person. I don't really think it picks it up on camera, but from that blush or the eyeshadow from that Kaja brand, I can really notice that, and it's like this really pretty goldish shimmer, and it's super pretty. I'm going to be taking that green shimmery shade called Mintea, and I'm just going to apply that all to my lower lid. So before I go on to my lips, I'm going to be applying a mascara next, and the two that I'm going to be using is the Lorac Pro Lash Pomade in the shade Black, and then also the Clinique High Impact Mascara in the shade Black as well. And then lastly, I'm going to be doing my lips, and I'm going to be using that matte liquid lipstick, or that matte lip crayon that she gave me, and it looks really pretty. With this combination though, I feel like it's going to look pretty Christmassy, and I know it's past Christmas, but I'm going to be just applying it just to see, and it's very like hydrating, to be honest. It doesn't make my lips feel super dry or anything. This is a lip crayon, but I feel like I could use this as kind of like a lip liner too. So together this does look pretty Christmassy, but you know what? I really like how these both turned out and how they both swatch. I think I am going to be adding a little bit of something to the lips, which is going to be this shade right here, which is Orange Blossom. That way it kind of gives it a little bit more shininess and stuff. But I think that is the completed look, so I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you again so much, Leslie, for giving me all of this stuff. I really do appreciate it. This really just made my whole day. I've never actually won any type of giveaway like this before from or another small YouTuber that I support, so I really do appreciate it. If you guys want to go check her out, I'll leave her link in the description below. I really love all of these products. They're super pretty. I did not have any complaints with any of them. If you want to see more videos from me in the future, I upload every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, sometimes on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well, but you can always hit the notification bell for every single time I upload, and I'll just see you guys next time. Bye!